What's up everyone, this is Tirtho from Let's Talk. Hope you guys are doing well during this pandemic. This is my first video in the channel and I have created this channel so that I can talk about different things or provide my views about anything which can be helpful for anyone, and that can be on current affairs, it can be a product review, it can be a product unboxing, or it can be an event and so on. And today I want to share my experience with a product which I have recently purchased. So let's get started. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the product is mouse, Logitech M720 Triathlon multi-device mouse. So you see, this is one of the Logitech's high-end mouse, and it cost about around close to 100 Singapore dollars. This, you can see the mouse size, it's like a palm size of my hand. It's nice to hold. It has it's a nice feature. I mean, like the people with big hand and big palm will enjoy holding the mouse. It's quite feeling, and it's a pretty nice smooth texture it has all around it. The few buttons you can see on the mouse is that you can see a scroll wheel, and then the part which I like is that when you see the mouse, the right click and left click button, it is made up with a separate a part of a different, it's not all the way the same, because what happens is when the right click and left click button is part of all the way, so when you go to up there here to click, it becomes very hard for you. But in this case it's very smooth because it's a separate piece of plastic which is attached for the mouse clicking purpose, it's not like a whole one piece. So that makes a difference. You see a button here. This button makes the wheel, it's a fast wheel. So right now you have a bit of like a stop, so you have a control over when you scroll the document. But if you press that wheel, it becomes a fast wheel. So if you are reading through a very long document like 100 over pages and all, so that helps you very much. So you can just you see it's just smooth scrolling, so there is no stopping on it, and you go and you press that button again and it goes back to the normal wheel. On the side here you will see there are few buttons. This two button is customizable, so that's the part. This two button is customizable. So here you can see I mean, you have to download the Logitech options software, so which will enable you to choose any functions you want, and which I will show you later, that that there's so many functions you can choose for this two button. And this button is the device. You see the number here 1 2 3. So this button here let you choose to control your mouse over the 3 devices you can control. So you press one time, it will go to number 1, you press second time, it goes to number 2, and press third time, it goes to the number 3. So it is very easy to switch over three devices, and you don't have to, like, you know, and the best part is in Logitech's one of the other model, Logitech put this button at the bottom. So what happens is you every time have to move over the mouse and click that button, but here it's very nicely, you can hold it and you can just click this button. And if you notice here, there is another small button here. I can show you if you can see. There's over here, it's actually a gesture button. Previously I thought that it's almost like, you know, people, you can't really find it, so I thought that Logitech has removed it, so I was a bit upset about it. But as you can see that here, it's a small bump here which is a gesture button actually. So in my computer I have set it up as like a show desktop, so as soon as I click this button, you can slightly click it. It's a like a function there. So as soon as I click it shows my computer desktop. But don't worry, you will never accidentally press it, because the way generally we hold mouse is this way. So you will, even if I press hard, you know, I can't press the gesture button. So you don't have to worry that, you know, whatever the function you put on the gesture button, you will accidentally press it. It won't happen. So you will, this is nicely placed at the just at the edge of the bottom, so you don't have, you will never accidentally press it. At the bottom you will see there's an on off button for the mouse. So that will actually help you if you are not using the mouse for a very long time. So this on off button will save the battery. And anyway, Logitech is claiming that this mouse with one battery can last 24 months, of course depending on the usage. Maybe, I guess Logitech is talking about a normal office usage and kind of thing, like maybe 8 to 10 hours a day. And if you are using maybe 14-15 hours a day, maybe it can still, even if it still lasts for 1 year, I will say it's still great, because 1 year changing one battery should not be a lot of expensive matter for anyone, I think so. And then you see, I mean, well, I haven't got the mouse for so long, but I put my date here, 15th of May 2020, so that, because I want to monitor that actually how long the mouse the battery goes on. So so let's see. I will give my update here in the video later on, that actually the first battery when I'm changing, I'll put update there when it comes. So that's more or less about the feature of it. Now let's talk about the usage of it. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how the Logitech option software works. So let me launch the software. It's loading, as you can see. Okay, so this is how the home front looks like. Okay, so as soon as you open, you will see on top there are three options: mouse, point and scroll, and flow. So in mouse, you will see there are this white round circles, so which actually are the options for you to assign different functions to different buttons of the mouse. So it will have a default setting like basic, as I said, that this scroll wheel is not only just a scroll, like a up and down scroll, it also a left and right scroll. So as you can see, the scroll left, scroll right, and this is the middle button. And on the left hand side, those two buttons are the customized buttons, which as you can see that I have customized it as my calculator, because I need it whenever I don't have my physical calculator, so I can just quickly launch it by clicking that button. And then the next one is when I'm listening to a song, I can just quickly skip to the next track. So as you can see, so for example, if I click on it, all these options will come, and there are many options which you can choose to set to that button according to your need, and same for all the options. And as you can see, this one is the gesture button which I was talking about. So this gesture button is, I have kept it as show desktop, so I can just click on it and it will go back to, like, for example, just like this. You see, as I just click now and again I click back, so this window again comes back. So it's easy for me to because if sometimes I just download and save the documents in a desktop and I need to refer back, so it's easy for me to switch back and forth from the desktop and the apps which I'm using. So that's one thing. Okay, so if I go to point and scroll options, you will see you can adjust your pointer speed, and then you can enable the smooth scrolling as the button which I showed, which is this button, this one. So if you enable this option, so once you press it, the scroll button will become a smooth scroll. So for example, if you are going through a very large document, so let me show an example. Okay, so this is one journal article which I have downloaded. It has like around 124 pages. If you can see over here, there's 124 pages. So for example, right now my scroll is set up as normal scroll. So when I'm scrolling, you see when I'm scrolling, and just making a big scroll and just leaving my finger out of that scroll button, at some point the document will stop, because the scroll setting is as such that it will only scroll few lines or few pages. But I press that button now, and then my scroll wheel becomes a free scroll. So when I move that, you see, you look at the bar on the side of the pages, that it's, you see, I'm not touching the button anymore. But it's still going on. So again, I scroll again. So you see how many pages it will scroll at one time. Probably it will go to the end. But I have absolutely, I am not touching my hand. My hands are free. So it's keep on scrolling. So it's very useful when you are scrolling through a very long document or web pages or anything. All right. So that's the function of it. Let me close this. All right. So these are the customizable options you can do, and from your this Logitech option software. And the last one is flow. Okay, so this one you have to enable the Logitech flow, which I will show you. That once you enable this Logitech flow options, without any connection between two device or three device, you can move your cursor seamlessly without much lagging. I have tested it. I will show you, and I don't feel much of lagging there. And the surprising part, which I liked pretty much, is that you can easily copy a document and paste to other device when there is no connection at all between the two devices. So which is quite fascinating for me. So let me show you how it works. All right, so as I was saying, so let me show you how the Logitech flow option works. So I have set it up. I have one Windows computer on my right hand side and one MacBook on my left hand. So that also shows that it's not only working in device, regardless of any kind of device. And I can tell you that I don't have it yet, so I can't show, but it also works if you have a Microsoft Surface or that kind of tablet computer. So anyway, so let's I switch on this Logitech flow on in my Windows, and I will switch it on this Logitech flow in the MacBook as well. So right now okay, I want you to follow my cursor here. So if you see my cursor here, and notice that when I move my cursor to the left side of this computer, to the edge, when I will move it to the edge, the cursor will stop there, and then the cursor in the MacBook, it will start to roll from there automatically without any lagging behind. You see this? If you are not able to notice this, that my cursor is already moving. Okay, again, okay, if you have missed it, I show you again. So I'm moving, you follow my cursor on my MacBook. I'm moving it to the right hand side. It will stop at the edge, and then it will start to move in my Windows laptop here. It's the same way. When I move back, my cursor goes to the edge, and then after that it starts to move to the MacBook without any connection. Okay, so that's the Logitech flow technology, which you can enable from the Logitech flow options. I will show you again. So you go to the flow option on top, and there you see the two devices here. So this right hand side is my Windows computer, and this left hand one is my Mac computer. So and you have the options here, switch between computers, how you want to do it, move to the edge, or you want to hold control and they'll move to the edge. So I feel hold control, then it will give you one extra task of pressing down of another button, but just move to the edge option will be good enough. Then screen corners enabled, copy and paste enabled. So this is the function I want to show you, copy and paste. So for example, I'm copying this document Udemy, Okay, see now the two computer, you see there is no connection between two computers. Okay, it's just the mouse is connected via Bluetooth in both the computers, and the Logitech Flow option software has been installed in both the computers, and it has been enabled. So I just copy this document from my Windows computer, and you notice my cursor here, which is already in my MacBook over here, and I right click and I paste the item, it will paste it here. So that's how easy it is to copy and paste two documents, to move documents between 2 or 3 devices which is not absolutely not connected. So this is a very fascinating feature, I believe. So this is the Logitech Flow, and as you can see that you have if you go to my MacBook screen on top here, you will notice that there is an option called turn Logitech Flow off, and also the same thing I have in my Windows taskbar. If I go here, this option over here. So if I click on it, it will give me the option to turn the Logitech Flow off. So once I turn it off, then this feature will not be activated again. So right now, okay, I have shown it. So I mean, maybe for now I will turn it off. All right, so that's my wrap up for the review of the Logitech M721 Triathlon. M720 Triathlon multi-device mouse. Few things. One thing I forgot to tell you that right now my mouse is connected to my my Windows and my MacBook both via Bluetooth. But if you inside the compartment here, there is a unifying receiver. So there is a unified receiver which is very tiny, and you can just slot it in. So I'm not using it because it's making me use of one of my USB ports, so I can use that USB port for any other function, so if you had it already has a Bluetooth connection facility, so I'm just using the Bluetooth. So it's saving me one of my USB port which I can use for other functions. So that's one part I forgot. So you can, if you want, you can connect it not only via Bluetooth, and also you can connect it via the unified receiver, same across multiple devices. Another thing is that this is I just want to mention that this is more of a office mouse, like a meeting mouse, or because I don't think this mouse is not very suitable for carrying, for if you're traveling to many countries, and you are a blogger, you would like to write blogs and stuff, and then you're gonna use your computer anywhere you get a chance, because this is this mouse mostly works on all the surfaces, but except a thick glass surface. So that's the part it's lagging, because it won't work on a if you have a thick, those if you're in the office meeting room, you have those thick glass on the table, it won't work on that. But for that, if you want that, I will suggest you can go for Logitech MX Anywhere 2S. That's the mouse. It has that technology that it can work on even mostly any surface, even on the glass panel or anything. So, and it's also smaller in sizes, so easy to put in your backpack and stuff. So that's what I suggest, that if you're traveling anywhere or something, don't use this. This is for more of your home use, office use, using a normal table or a mouse pad or something. So I'll put down some links in the description below, that where you can buy from if you're based in Singapore, and also definitely you can find it in any other location in via Amazon or any kind of website if you're based outside Singapore. But for Singapore ones, I will drop down some links in the description, because I'm based in Singapore. So if you like my video, please subscribe to the channel, and please click the bell icon so that you don't miss any other video when I upload on it. That can be on any other topics, that can be a different product, that might not, it doesn't have to be a technological product, it can be anything, so that's the beauty of this, that I don't post on anything specific. I will have the content of different kind of things on my video. So let's see. Till then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.